What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Baltimore Ravens post-game show right here on the Flex On Podcast. Only place fellas giving you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
When you need it, baby.
What you need right now is a big-time Baltimore Ravens victory, a happy recap. It's funny what a difference a week makes in the NFL. We got lots to talk about, fellas, because it was a crazy week, to say the least. I say it every year. I say it every week of the NFL season. No 2 weeks are the same. No 2 weeks are created equal. You can't harp on a loss. You can't harp on a win because next week you could be in the penthouse or the outhouse. But the Baltimore Ravens get a big-time blowout win, 41-17. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdowns. Let's get to the panel. Let's get to the crew. I'll start with ladies love the D, the big D. He puts the D in DMV. He's working hard back there with high school sports, and he's at Hooters getting those wings. What's going on, D?
That's right, Byron. We at Hooters here in Lowell, DMVD coming at you. It was a good day today, even though the Ravens for 3 quarters was a little wacky. But they got it done. And we'll talk about it here, but check out Sporting Network, home to high school football. We've been doing it last couple weeks. We're going to be somewhere this coming Friday. Don't know yet because a lot of teams either lost or had a little struggle. But check that out on the YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Sporting Network as well. The Twitter at Sporting Network.
Our social media producer's in his happy place. His Ravens won, and he's got his wings from Hooters, baby. Big Rod.
No bread, no water, just me.
Finish him, Daddy.
Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking about.
Big Rod.
I'm starting to feel that. I'm starting to feel the effects of last night now. That good old great crack Mountain Dew is wearing off, and my eyes is a little low. But I mean, hey, it was a great Ravens victory, I guess. They did play a little goofy. Marlon Humphrey was doing some stupid stuff out there, but the Browns couldn't take advantage of it, and we ended up destroying them. So it is what it is.
Last but not least, always great to have him on the post-game show, the Tribal Chief, the OTC, one half of the Founding Fathers, the Flex on Messiah, proud of the East Side Savior, Misbehavior, Salt and Suave. Grizzly Dre, what's up, brother? Always good to see a Ravens victory, my guy.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Like you said, the NFL, 1 week, you could be in the outhouse, and then in the next week, you could be in the penthouse. Week to week, baby. Week to week.
Well, hanging out with Dre, Raj, and D. Always in the penthouse, to say the least, here on the Flex On Podcast. Let's get to the injuries. Unfortunately, there was a lot of injuries that we can talk about around the league, but with the Ravens specifically, we saw Kyle Van Noy go down with a hamstring injury, Rasheen Ali with a concussion, Jai Alexander was inactive today, Marlon Humphrey injured his groin. Dre, I'll start with you with the injuries, man. That's going to be a key for this season. We saw it with Burrow going down and Cincy, others. What do you think about some of the injuries?
I think that injury to Kyle, I think that's going to be definitely a hurter for us. Marlon Humphreys, that definitely hurts as well for the Ravens. As far as the Bengals, I hope that Joe Burrow is going to be okay. You never wish injury upon anybody, especially because whether or not they're in the division or not, that's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and you still want to see him at his best in his team. So hopefully that some of these injuries aren't too significant and they don't miss too much time.
Go ahead, D.
Yeah, the Ravens injuries, I have to be honest, Van Noy has been inactive this season for the most part and doing something, so his loss wasn't that big, but we do hope he gets healthy. Alexander shouldn't have played last week. I'm glad he came to his senses and said, hey, I'm not going to play this week. I'm not able to get it done. Marlon Humphrey had a very up and down day, a lot of down. We hope he gets healthy, gets all right, and we hope Ali's okay. He's good on special teams, but this is where Mitchell needs to be active because you needed that change of pace back today, and the Ravens didn't have it, and it cost them some running yards early in the ballgame.
Go ahead, Raj.
I didn't even see Kyle Van Noy or Marlon Humphreys get hurt, so I didn't even know they was hurt.
You saw him on his podcast. Remember, he was doing his podcast.
Yeah, we probably ain't gonna be doing it today, when he get home because he got a nurse injury. So, but still, I didn't see him get hurt. I didn't see Marlon get hurt. I didn't even see Rasheen Ali get hurt. They was just too busy out there being goofy. Sometimes on the defense, But I mean, I do want to see more of Mike Green, so I'm gonna get my wish with that. We got to see TJ Tampa go out there and play a little bit, which is also good. And
Don't forget Ben Cleveland. You got your boy out there too. He was able to get a couple snaps.
yeah, and Ben Cleveland was out there because Pelele is, Pelade. But I mean, we'll get into it. Recap this game, but we're gonna have a staunch offense coming in next week. So hopefully Marlon Humphrey is okay to go next week. I'm not sure about Kyle Vanoy, but yeah, the injuries definitely suck around this time of the year. But hey, man, we got to win.
It was a special day, the 30th anniversary of the Baltimore Ravens. They did it against the Browns. The Browns were crying, but we got to see old Ozzie out there with Reverend Ray. It was all this Cleveland hubbub about nothing. They was complaining. They was crying. We heard a report today about Shador not wanting to come to Baltimore. Was this a bunch of do about nothing, D?
Yeah, pretty much it is, man. I mean, I don't know why the Browns are even talking, man. And they're 27 years back in the league. They've stunk up the joint. They haven't done much of anything. They only had one really successful playoff run. They went to the divisional round. Thought, like you saying, Byron, it's convenient. They're talking about Shador maybe getting drafted by the Ravens. We didn't hear about this none in the offseason, none during preseason. Now all of a sudden it comes out a couple of hours before the Ravens and Browns play each other. The Browns defense trying to say it's easy to tackle Derrick Henry. And they shut Derrick Henry down. I give them that. But Judy dropping passes, not getting it done. He was talking. They was talking. They have no room to talk. They have no winning tradition in Cleveland. They are the Browns, the clowns of football. They suck. And they continue to show today why they are Cleveland, why they don't get the job done. And if I'm Cleveland, I'll be shutting up right now, man, because you have nothing really to talk about.
Go ahead, Raj. I'll go to you real quick.
The only thing that Cleveland can hang their hats on is the fact that they did shut Derrick Henry down. They did a great job on him. They had him to 23 yards on the ground. Their defense overall played pretty well in the first half. Myles Garrett touched Lamar a couple times, and they can say that they was able to hold us to 10 points at halftime. But, yeah, I don't understand, though, why they was out there running that miles during the week. Grant Delpit talking, Jerry Jeudy out there talking. Like, guys, be quiet. You have done absolutely nothing in this league. You haven't had a winning season, I believe, since 2020, I think 2020 or 2021 with Baker Mayfield when he was the quarterback. So,
good game. You've had you draft Shador Sanders, and like y'all said, I don't know why that all of a sudden came out today, and it's been like 6 months since the NFL draft. So it's just Cleveland just trying to reach, just trying to get some type of storyline going. But in the end, we already know what time it is. The Ravens are the cream of the crop right now within the division, and it just is what it is. But they still have a lot of questions. If Cleveland can honestly get the quarterback position right, they will be a formidable team. But they already looking into next season, and unfortunately, even though they have a good head coach, Cleveland does not know what to do when they have good players. I mean, hence LeBron James leaving Cleveland.
D, what did you think about quarterback one, LJ8, LaJackson? Looks like he's on pace to win another MVP with these numbers. 8, 29, 325, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Well, Lamar, I thought, played an efficient game. He didn't make the big mistake, which was key because he had some pressure around him. The Ravens offensive line is up and down. A lot of time it's down. Thought Raleigh Stanley had a as long as Garrett was out there, he had a long afternoon trying to keep up with him. Blocking wise was decent, but that was up and down. They do miss Ricard. But Lamar, I thought, played a sound game. He didn't turn the ball over. He didn't force things. And I thought, and talking about maturity, I thought that was good on his part. He didn't make that big mistake, and that was key in today's game.
Go ahead, Raj.
No turnovers is always a good thing. Yeah, he was kind of pissed off at the first half of the game, but they turned it around during halftime. I'm pretty sure he spoke to Harbaugh and his offensive line that he needed to step their games up a little bit more. Wide receiver of the day was Zay Flowers. He was open most of the time, catching most of the balls. Devontae Walker was out there catching some balls as well. 2 touchdowns for him. Glad to see him out there doing his thing, getting an opportunity to do something. But how about DeAndre Hopkins, man? I mean, the old timer still can get open and catch a great football and make highlight plays, which is always a good thing as well. But yeah, man, Lamar Jackson makes it look easy, even when things look hard as hell.
Go ahead, Dre. How you feel about the Lamar Jackson? You can speak on the offense too, like you said.
I was wrong. I said that when we picked up DeAndre Hopkins, I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna be that. He's not gonna be that impactful. Boy, was I wrong. I mean, what a catch against Buffalo, that one-handed, showing that he still got it. And D-Hop, even though it was called back from a touchdown, still getting us on the 1-yard line with an incredible catch. So D-Hop still making some incredible catches out there to help our offense. And then, of course, Zay Flowers out there doing his thing, man. Zay, number 1 receiver, hands down. But the one I'm disappointed in is Mark Andrews, man. I mean, you had a touchdown and then you get it punched out again, man. It's like, come on, Andrews. What are we doing? We like and likely to be out there more so than anything. So I need Andrews to definitely, step his game up. And I like that comment that Corey dropped talking about Joe Flacco dropping the football like a drunk guy dropping a rubber, man. Y'all funny, man.
D, what did you think about the O-line and the lack of running game today? But Todd Monken, man, he called a good game again.
Yeah, he was able to adjust, no pun intended, on the run because offensive line had a long day, man. They had trouble at times trying to block a lot of them D-ends and D linemen for the Browns. Of course, they had a couple sacks on Lamar. Like I said earlier, Stanley had a long afternoon. But that's what we needed Mitchell at today, man. Mitchell would have been key in switching things up, switching the speed up of the game, because both Henry and Hill was kind of ineffective. So they gotta get Mitchell on the field, man. They gotta find a way to get him out there.
Raj, what do you think about this O-line? I know Lele's been catching a lot of slack. Rosengarten hasn't played that great so far. Ronnie looked a little slow today. What do you think about the offensive line and the offense as a whole? Todd Monken still doing a good job calling great games, 40+ both games. Could have scored 50 in both.
Well, during the game, I was listening to Hendo and Yolanda, and I was teasing them. I was like, see, look, the offensive line looks great. We put up 40 points again. And today, and like I said before, Derrick Henry only had 24 yards on the ground, which is not a great thing. So that's something they're going to have to really address, this week, playing against the Lions. But
I'll tell you, big
quick.
guys. I mean, guys like Rowe and Kyle Hamilton and Kyle. All
The defense, Raj. Did they bring the D today?
To a certain extent, they did, but they wasn't playing a legit, offensive power team. They were playing the Browns. So I mean, it kind of counts, but it doesn't count because they still couldn't get no pressure or as much pressure on a 41-year-old quarterback in Joe Flacco, which is insane. They still couldn't get off the field fast enough for me. They still was lacking maturity, especially with the 2 Marlon Humphrey goof-offs in that one drive that allowed that goofy touchdown from Joe Flacco. But, Roquan played well area and played pretty well as well. So until they get a pass rush, until they call some of the.
Had better field position, this week than last week, but that's just got to continue. As long as you can either return something or get something, so that way the offense is in a good position to start, they're good. And I liked it that we were able to get that block punt too. I did like that for the special team. So shout out to them for that.
D, as our boy Vinny calls him, the loopster. He got it done today, and that block punt was huge.
Oh, that block punt was big time, man. That really got the offense going because they was in stagnant mode early. That really turned things around. Thought Luke had a very good game. Thought the special team coverage was decent. It was pretty good. They definitely did better than they did a week ago in all aspects of that. But like I said, we got a team coming in, man, that offensively got on the rhythm. We'll talk about it in a bit. And they're going to have to really guard against them on Monday Night Football coming up.
Raj, you will be in the building next Monday. Thoughts on special teams and your first thoughts on Detroit as we kind of look at that game, Monday Night Football at the bank. You'll be in the building.
Special teams is concerned, Luke played pretty well. Didn't miss a kick, didn't miss an extra point. That's what you want to see from your kicker. Confidence pumped up. I'm glad that they had got that stuff out their system for next week, so they feeling good during the week until they come to Baltimore again and get their ass whooped. Hopefully. But it's going to be a great game. It's going to be on prime time. It's the last game of the week, so I can't wait to see it. I already know that Detroit is going to bring that A game for this one, especially after the way they came last time to Baltimore and got that ass whooped. So it's going to be a barn burner, as some people would say.
D, Dre's boy biting kneecaps coming back to Baltimore.
Oh boy, J.K. Dobbins just scored a touchdown for Denver. How about that? But it's going to be a tough game next week against Detroit, folks. Wait a minute. It's going to be tough just because Detroit has a lot you have to guard for. But what Green Bay did so well against them in week 1, they put pressure on Goff. And that's what you have to do to disrupt them. If you don't disrupt what Goff does, it's going to be a long night because then it's going to become a shootout. Not saying the Ravens can't win a shootout because we know they can, but they don't need to be put in that position even on offense. Watching Detroit today, they really went to Brown. He really got a lot going on. Baller Humphrey, Wiggins, Hamilton and company's going to have to be ready for that in the secondary. And they had to get the Goff. I mean, that's going to be the biggest key. They let Goff sit there and have time. He's going to dominate them. It's going to be a long night on Monday Night Football with Joe Buck and Troikman getting on the Ravens throughout the game if they don't bring pressure to the court.
D, you'll get this question before Dre goes. How is the talent at Hooters?
You know what? The talent's decent. Decent talent. It ain't. It was one that went past. Wasn't much Hooters up top. Yeah. The talent's decent. It's not. I've seen better, but it's decent.
Dre, you are head of talent relations like Paul Levesque. Detroit on Monday night, baby, prime time. I'm thinking if we go live after the game because there's going to be a lot to talk about with that game. So we can just watch the game, enjoy it. We'll just go live after the game. But thoughts on Detroit? Your coach, you've been on him since day one. We got to give you credit. How you feeling about the matchup with Detroit?
Thank you. I feel like this actually could be a bad matchup for the Baltimore Ravens because Detroit, though they have a new coordinator there, they still got a lot of offensive talent. Like you said, I mean, you got Sonic and Knuckles back there. They do got some good receivers. So, the thing is, if Jared Goff, if he's hot, he is hot. So he's a quarterback. You have to be able, like today, we were able to get sacks. You have to keep that. You have to be able to get sacks. If not, you can see a game like how we did against the Buffalo Bills where you may apply pressure, but if he's able to still get to his guys, then it's going to be a long night for the Baltimore Ravens. So don't sleep on that. They still got Aiden Hutchinson and them boys on defense, so they can get to Lamar Jackson just like Myles Garrett was able to get to him before he got hurt. So it could be a long day for the Baltimore Ravens. It could be a tight game. We should win this football game, but it's still nothing to overlook. especially being on Monday night. Now the Ravens do show up. Lamar does do his thing usually on primetime games, so I will give him that. And then also he has that he's only lost twice against the NFC, so you don't want to take those things for granted. But it can be a long night. So you, like you said, Byron, you don't want to take anything in the NFL for granted, because one week, you could be the shit, and then next week you could be some shit. So you got to be able to take it one game at a time, one week at a time, and hopefully they continue momentum against Detroit. Like you said, back-to-back games where we score 40 points. Keep that momentum going on the offensive side, but defensively need to, and special teams step up.
All right, let's go around the NFL real quick. Dre, I'll start with you. Thursday night, your Super Bowl pick, the Packers, looked every bit of the part against the Commanders. Micah Parsons and Jordan Love, they look good.
Yes, indeed. I mean, that game, how they say that the score doesn't tell you really what the football game was, and that was one of those football games. Packers did their thing, looked like the best team in all of football. Ravens should look like the other best team in all of football. Still some question marks to clean up, but Packers hands down look like the best team in football, and they look like they're actually poised to go to the Super Bowl. Eagles right now with it. Rams, it looks like the Rams and the Packers are looking real good as my two Super Bowl picks to come out of the NFC.
D and Raj, real quick thoughts on this game?
Saw the Packers defensively very aggressive. Made it a long night for Daniels and company. Thought going into that game, it was tough for Washington to come over to the Cheese Land. Short week and able to win that game. Very tough for them. And Green Bay looking good. They watched Cleveland today. I expect them to be 3-0 next time.
Go ahead, Raj.
I don't have any thoughts, man. Washington didn't play good football. They lost Austin Eckler for the season, and I think Daniels got hurt too. So at some point in that game, so it is what it is. It's early. Green Bay is looking good though, but I got to see more.
Real quick, Raj, I'll go back to you. Steelers lose to the Seahawks. Mike McDonald gets revenge, and that Pittsburgh run defense gives up over 100 yards again as they lose.
I see a pattern here. They're not as good as people think they are. They all talk as of right now, and that's a good thing. But Seattle does look good, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Seattle does look like a good football team. It looks like they're going to pan out at the head coach's spot because Mike McDonald is a good coach. So shout out to him. And yeah, man, Pittsburgh. I ain't gonna say they in trouble or nothing, but they got to shore up that on getting run on if they can.
Go ahead, Dre.
Surprise, actually. I thought that this Pittsburgh Steelers defense would be a lot better, similar to us. I thought that, defensively, this was a team that would, or at least on defense, would be able to hold some weight, but it didn't. And then special teams really messed them up with that weird play on special teams. Once they got 24-17, I was like, yeah, this is starting to turn the tide. But Pittsburgh, it's still a long season. So, we'll see. But, I mean, it's night and day from what they were against the Jets, against the Seahawks. I anticipate the Seahawks coming here and get some jet lag and not really showing up the way that they did, especially because I'm not a believer in Sam Darnold either at the quarterback position. I believe in the Seahawks defense. Byron, we're in the same fantasy league, and Seahawks is one of my defenses, as well as the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I just question, as far as the Seahawks, I just question them at the quarterback position. That's the only flaw I see in this football team right now. Other than that, though, head coach, defense, special teams, Mike McDaniel has these boys ready to play each and every week. They may actually at least get a wild card. I could see that.
Go ahead, D. Thoughts on the Steelers, Seahawks?
Steelers have a hard time stopping the run and running the football. It usually means disaster most of the time for most teams, and that's what it is right now for them. Seattle defensively look good. Special teams, they got a score off of that. Donald's still up and down, but if they can get a good running game, be consistent with that, they get the Saints next week. They should be 2-1.
Can we all agree the Bills are the best team in the AFC right now? We can all agree.
Yes, okay. I agree.
I
agree.
No.
In the AFC, I agree.
No.
Yeah, I say they're tied with the Ravens right now as best team in the AFC.
Yeah, I think they're tied too. I don't see. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're a great team, but they played the Jets, and the Jets are awful. I don't even know why they're awful. They should have. They were at home. They should have at least put up a fight. They didn't put up a fight. It is what it is. Same old Jets. But I gotta see more from the Buffalo Bills. And to be honest with you, we gave away that game last week, so I'm not crowning them anything until I see them play either us again or another hard team.
I don't. They just own that. They just own their division, and it seems like the Jets just surrendered. Honestly, that's what it seems like because that should have been a much closer game, especially the Jets that we saw last week is not the Jets this week.
Real quick, 49ers beat the Saints. I mean, they even without Brock Purdy with Mac Jones, right? We can all agree.
You know the bad part about that is I didn't even need to change my pick. When I seen that Purdy went down, I was like, it don't matter. Saints stink. It don't matter. They're the Aints right now. They're not good at all. And they tried to fight today, but they just don't have it, man. They don't have it from the quarterback down. The only good thing they have is Kamara still on the running back end.
He should have been axed out of there with that trash that they doing over there, man. Horrible.
Let's get to the Patriots Dolphins. Dre, our Patriots got the first win under Vrabel, and like we said, the Dolphins continue to implode.
Yeah, but the only unfortunate part is I think all of us picked the Dolphins to actually win this game. So
I picked the Patriots.
like,
I think I picked
like,
no. I ain't pick no tuna. No.
I mean, I'll give them credit. They at least made it a hell of a game this week compared to last week. Last week, it looked like it was like they looked like they were done for. This week, at least they tried to fight it, but Mike Vrabel has these boys looking good. We already know what Drake May is about. Like Byron said, this is a team that me and him anticipate at least making a wild card spot. So at least, the Patriots look like they can be at least a formidable team out there. The Dolphins, though, man, 0-2. I mean, at least, last week it looked like you just got your behind whoop. This week you tried and you still lost. Tensions are slowly rising, and we already said that this is a team that they're not. Oh, you did pick them. I thought you did pick them, Karate. My fault. This is a team that we just know is slowly going to implode, and though I think it's going to be some truth to those rumors about certain people getting traded before the trade deadline.
Raj D.
I did pick the Dolphins, but I'm not surprised. They should be. Look, Mike McDaniel should get fired now. So don't wait till mid-season. Just get rid of him now.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
It's not gonna turn around. They're not gonna get better. They did play better, but he's a dead coach walking. And Tyreek Hill, just let him go where he wants to go at this point, because they're delaying the inevitable.
The crazy part is he may actually go back to the Chiefs.
He probably will, and it is
because the Chiefs definitely could use him. So it's funny that the team that he talked all that trash about left is the team that he might end up going back to, because they need his help and he wants to actually be back in a winning position. So it's just at this point it's a personal matter. Sometimes you got to spin the block.
Go ahead,
them tunas stink. They're no good. They got 2 Thursday night games. They got one coming up this week against Buffalo. They're losing. He could get fired then, or they could wait until they play the Ravens, and they could get fired then. So there's 2 chances to fire McDaniel. He will be fired, either after this game or coming up in October.
All right, Dre. The Rams win again. You know what time it is, brother. It's all yours.
The Rams. I told you, this team, I'm telling you, NFC Championship game. They're definitely going. They almost beat the Eagles last year. Should have beat the Eagles. Had these boys. They're looking real good. I'm excited about what I'm seeing out there from the Rams. And I told you, I think it's Rams-Packers, man. I'm excited for this matchup. I know a lot of people talking about the Packers against the Eagles. No, I'm telling y'all, Packers-Rams. You heard it here first.
Raj?
Here we go. The Rams. All right. Yeah, I didn't see the game as much, but yes, the Rams are good. Brother Thoughts' team is fantastic, and that's pretty much it.
D.
I thought the Rams played a pretty good game. They struggled in the first half with the Titans a little bit. They was able to kind of round into shape in the second half, put them baby Titans in their place. And they go to Philly next week. That's going to be the big game, man. At the 1 o'clock hour next week. Big game there. Really, it should be the 425 game. I know Fox and everybody's in love with the Cowboys, but the Cowboys and Bears should be at 1, and the Eagles and Rams should be at 425. But with that being said, they got a big one next week. We'll see how far the Rams go, but they've done what they're supposed to do in their first 2 games. So far, so good.
I agree, D, that the scheduling, yeah, you should flip flop those games because that could be that's definitely a playoff preview that we're seeing with the Rams and the Eagles, now with the Cowboys and the Bears. We Cowboys and Bears are trying to fight for a playoff spot, and both teams could actually miss the playoffs as opposed to we know the Rams and the Eagles are definitely going.
Speaking of the Bears, they get their ass whooped, and the Lions look good again, Raj. What's going on with Ben Johnson in Chicago? I'm more concerned about them because they don't know how to win games. We talk about Harbaugh. I think the Bears are number 2 with the blown leads.
Finish him, Daddy.
Yeah, they got their asses destroyed today, bro. And I was watching it. Every time I looked up, the score got bigger and bigger for the Lions. I don't know what
50 on them boys. Dang.
I don't know what to tell you, man. The Lions were pissed off from last week when they went to Green Bay and lost. So they took all that frustrations out on Chicago, which I'm thankful that they did, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not sure what's going on with the Bears, man. They need a whole lot of help at this point. The defensive coordinator need to be fired. I mean, because goddamn, how you give up 52 points? You can't do it in today's league. So I feel bad for Caleb Williams. He just doesn't have the right help around him. And Ben Johnson, I can't say he's a terrible coach just yet, but because this is his first time coaching. So I don't know, man. I don't know. They're not gonna have it this year either, pretty much.
Go ahead, D.
Not looking good for the Bears right now. Defensively, they can't stop anybody. Offensively, they look a step slow. Swift was supposed to been a big move last season. That hasn't really panned out. They traded for more. The Bears and Panthers did that big trade, and right now it hasn't benefited neither team, quite frankly. And neither team has benefited from it. And the Bears gotta get together. They got Dallas coming in next week. They're gonna be on a national stage. They're the late game window next week, which I'm like, how did that happen? I know it's Dallas. I mean, Dallas is the 1 o'clock window today. Why couldn't it be 1 o'clock again next week? They wouldn't mind it, but Detroit looked good. Like I said, the Ravens gonna have a lot to guard against coming up. Sonic and Knuckles look good together once again. Gibbs and Montgomery. So we shall see how things go.
Go ahead, Jerry, real quick.
Man, I'm about to hop off the Bears bandwagon. They look like trash, bro. I don't understand. Like, I think in Ben Johnson coming in there, not saying that they could necessarily make the playoffs, but at least be a formidable fighting team. We're going to start having questions soon about Caleb Williams and whether or not it was worth the Bears getting rid of Justin Fields. Because honestly, it looks like Justin Fields all over again. I mean, it's no real difference between Justin Fields and what Caleb Williams is doing. The Bears continue to switch out head coaching. You see that even though they are trying at least to go offensive and getting rid of that defensive mindset, similar to like the Ravens trying to, but it's like they still hold on to being a defensive hard-nosed team when you should be in today's league transitioning to more of an offensive team. But we're going to start having questions about Caleb Williams. Ben Johnson gets a little bit of a pass because it's his first time head coaching. Caleb is going to get somewhat of a pass because it's a new offense and he's learning. But at the same time, some of the things he's doing out there, he's got to unlearn from last season into this season. But in year 2 is when you start wondering, all right, whether or not you need to get a new quarterback or not. Remember, like I said, they did this to Justin Fields. Hopefully they don't do this to Caleb Williams.
Jaguars, Bengals. Bengals win, but Joe Burrow with an ankle injury, D, I believe he was out. Jake Brown leaves a game-winning drive. The defense of the Bengals sealing it for the second straight week.
Yeah, how about the Bengals defense? Getting it done. Jacksonville just couldn't get it done, man. I mean, Shad Khan, Tony Khan, somebody for Jacksonville, get it done. Come on. You had Burrow out. You had the Bengals on the ropes. You let Jake Browning beat you. Jake Browning with the quarterback sneak for the touchdown, man. That's right. Right. Shad Khan, Tony Khan, no money made this week for the Jaguars.
Raj.
I don't even want to talk about it. Hopefully Burrow is okay, but I'm not sure if he will be. But yeah, man, I mean, they play the Jaguars. It is what it is. They're not that good of a team. Bengals, even still with a backup quarterback, can get the job done. So because of that high-powered offense. So there's no real shade there or anything to look at here until they actually play a good team, and the Jaguars are not going to be a good team.
Dre, your thoughts on that?
Look,
and Cowboys sneaking out over the Giants, 40-37.
I got to give the Bengals credit. At least they went from a couple 0-2 starts to now 2-0. So at least that's somewhat of a turning point. Like we said earlier, hopefully Joe Burrow is not that significant of an injury and he can come back real soon. And Cowboys, I mean, you talk about a divisional game, but I didn't think this game would be this close. I thought it would be close, maybe like a touchdown or by 10. But I mean, the way that this game went just back and forth was unbelievable. This was actually, one of those exciting games that you love to see. But surprisingly, Cowboys did, pull off the win as you would anticipate. So on to next week, and the Giants, man, I said I didn't want Jackson Dart to start too early, but my gosh, you may have to start really thinking about that sooner than later. Unfortunately for Russ. It might be time, brother. And I hate to say that because I really was rooting for this guy, but it just seemed. I mean, Dave Bull is on a hot seat still. They might push my boy out, unfortunately.
Raj, D, anything on that before we get to the afternoon window real quick?
I mean, but disagree Dre a little bit. I thought Russell played a good game today. He had the pick in overtime, but he had over 400 yards passing. He did what he was supposed to do. They couldn't stop the Cowboys. Neither team could stop each other until that interception, really. And still think Dart needs to stay on the bench a little while longer for the Giants. They had an offensive lineman had 4 false starts in a row, man. Mm-hmm. And he had to get benched early in this game, man. So it's wild, man.
D, I agree. Like I said, I don't want Dart to start yet, but that New York market, and being 0-2, the head coach and the GM has been a lot of questions. So that's why I'm saying I really don't want it to happen. But New York, they might make it happen sooner than what it needs to happen.
I don't think it should happen. Yes, I don't think it should happen, but they got the Chiefs coming in next. I think that's a Sunday night game. I'm like, well, 0-3 stand them in the face, the basement of the division here. And the Cowboys, seeing how much pressure they were getting on the quarterback today, which once again wasn't that much. Jerry Jones got on the phone right after that field goal was made. Clowney, you can come on up in. So they got Clowney now. We'll see what they do in Chicago next week. And the Giants, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Neighbors is great, but their defense.
Right.
And with them getting Clowney, that means your boy Byron will get a chance next week. That's right. Old Jabo will probably be playing Monday Night Football. But anyway, as far as this game is concerned, it was a shootout. Russell Wilson actually played a great game. He did have the turnover late. Both quarterbacks was throwing the football, and Malik Neighbors was playing great. CeeDee Lamb was playing great. Devontae Williams was playing great. Our fantasy team looks fantastic because of those two teams. So I'm just having a ball, man. It was a great game. So I can't really shit on either one of the Cowboys or the Giants. So I hope Russ continues to have the job because that offense really did spark in this game anyway. Jackson Dart can wait until I believe halfway through the season. The Giants still got some life in that season.
Afternoon window, we got the Super Bowl rematch. Broncos up on the Colts. Cardinals big up on the Panthers. And Falcons Vikings, a rematch of the national championship with the quarterbacks of J.J. McCarthy and Michael Penix. D, I'll start with you for the afternoon window and the rest of week 2 because we got a Monday night doubleheader. Tell the folks about that as well.
Well, the late afternoon window now, they made sure that CBS had 2 average games to go up against Kansas City and Philadelphia in the regional window. Denver looks good to me. Defensively, they've been able to get it done. They're up in the third quarter, 28-23. Just feel like the way they've been playing, if Knicks don't make mistakes, if he does enough, they're going to be fine. Colts still look good, but they still have some up and down issues. Watching Carolina, not good. They scored a touchdown here in this third quarter, but they're still down 27-9. Arizona has benefited from taking on the NFC South the first 2 weeks. We'll see how good Arizona is when they start playing in their division and more good teams. They might have the 49ers next week, which might help them as well with the injuries the Niners got.
Yes, go Cards.
Kansas City, I got them beating Philadelphia. They're down 13-10. It's kind of their game still, but offensively, you can tell the Chiefs are not the same. They don't have the same mojo. They're really slow on offense. They're trying to get their running game going. Not been able to get it going. The pass game's been really average. So they got a lot going on. Keep changing.
What was the question again?
Afternoon window, Sunday night and Monday night. Anything to look forward to?
I guess the Sunday night football game. What is the Sunday night football game? I forgot.
It's Atlanta and Minnesota.
It's the Vikings, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's plenty to look forward to. Definitely want to see Michael Penix versus J.J. McCarthy. This could be a good game. He already said what he needed to say for the late game so far, so I don't got nothing really to add. But yeah, man, I mean, week 2 was a good week for football, just like week 1 was. So hopefully we get a great game tonight, and we get a great game for Monday, tomorrow.
Let me talk about the.
Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, let me talk about the doubleheader right quick tomorrow. So it's a straight doubleheader for ESPN. ABC had the first game, Tampa Bay and Houston. When that game goes over 10 o'clock, you can switch to ESPN fully. They had the Chargers and Raiders. And I think there are 2 big games there because Houston can't afford to go. Well, actually, they might can afford to go on 2 because the division ain't that good. But they probably would prefer to get to 1-1. And I like Atlanta tonight to actually bounce back against Minnesota.
Go ahead, Drew.
I'm looking forward to Sunday night, definitely. But I got Minnesota winning this football game. I mean, it's going to be good. Both quarterbacks, doing their thing. But I just feel like Atlanta's just, for some reason, just not right there with Minnesota quite yet. We've seen what Minnesota could do, especially if JJ gets hot. And that Minnesota defense really, really good. As far as Cardinals, I mean, like you said, D, I mean, I don't expect much out of this team anyway, for real. So it's like, okay, you can have some nice W's here and there, but you ain't going nowhere. Broncos, Colts, everybody's on the Broncos, so no surprise there. The only surprise is that the Colts actually are able to do some things with Daniel Jones, but I don't think that's going to last. Tomorrow with the Bucks and the Texans, I think that the Bucks over the Texans, like you said, D, Texans can afford to go 0-2 because of the division, but you really don't want to go 0-2. Still got the Bucks favored. Chargers, Raiders, I think that another divisional game that we need to keep our eyes out for. This could be a statement game for the Raiders, or it could be a statement game for the Chargers, being that the Chargers right there within some people calling this a Super Bowl team. I don't see it, but tomorrow it'll let you know against a Raiders team that seems to be on the bounce back under Pete Carroll. We talk about all these, these blown leads and whatnot with Harbaugh, but remember Andy Reid, Bill Belichick, Marty Schottenheimer, some of these names are up there too as far as coaches who have had blown leads. And we've seen this before with Andy Reid teams not being able to run the football. Yes, he's had some good running backs in the past, but Andy Reid is a passing specialist. And the thing with the Chiefs before is that they were able to get some run game going because they were so formidable on offense passing. But right now, they just don't seem to have it at all. And that's why we were talking earlier about somebody like a Tyreek Hill who can open some things because of his speed out there. Remember, they still don't also have Rice either out there to help them on offense. And then Travis Kelce is a shell of himself anyway. So they the Chiefs are in a rebuild now mode. They're still a good team. They're still a playoff team. I just don't know if they're a Super Bowl caliber team yet. And I'm not going to go as far as some other people saying that they're going to miss the playoffs. No, I think the Chiefs will still make the playoffs, but I think they're losing this football game, though.
D, how can people keep up with you and what you got coming up on your channel?
Right, Dive Sporting Network. Check us out on the Twitter, Dive Sporting Net, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Dive Sporting Network, of course, YouTube, the Buffership, Dive Sporting Network. We got more high school football coming your way, more fall league basketball coming down the pike here. We'll probably do both days since the Ravens are on Monday next week. And it's a lot coming to the channel, so check it out. Dive Sporting Network, 4,330 subscribers strong.
Appreciate you as always, D. And Raj, what do people need to do watching this and thoughts on anything else you got?
Hit the like and subscribe button. Check out most of our stuff on the channel. If you want to become a member, you can hit the join button. But we got more content coming. I think we have 2 things coming tomorrow. Monday night, 3. Monday Night Raw, Orioles interview, and Quincy Carrier, I think, is coming on tomorrow night from the Browns to talk about what happened to his team. So definitely check us out. Plenty of content, like I said before. Stay tuned for more.
Episode 506, Dre, real quick, what do people need to expect?
Hey, we the Flex Zone, each and every week what we do. Check us out. We got our NFL picks coming up. WNBA playoffs are starting. Major League Baseball playoffs are about to start soon for them. Week 2 of the NFL review, and then a preview of week 3 coming up as well. So stay tuned, y'all. Make sure y'all like and subscribe.
Appreciate it. Only place giving you sports, fellas, how you want it.
When you need it.
When you need it, baby.
Check out D at Sporting Net. Got your high school sports coverage for you each and every day. Big Raj here with me each and every day on the Flex Zone podcast, making the streams pristine. Dre Day, the OTC, the Tribal Chief, making it pop, one half of the Founding Fathers. Yours truly, God's favorite host, will be live tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. We got Quincy coming on talking Browns, and we also have a special interview that'll be out with some Orioles representation.
Oh,
and
yes.
HBC Unite is coming up as well. Dre will be joining me. Got an interview coming. And this week, we do it again as we head towards All Out and WrestlePalooza.
Oh, yes,
Ravens
I
get a
forgot about
41,
WrestlePalooza. Yeah.
41-17 victory. Lamar 4 touchdowns. We'll see you next week, and next Monday we'll be on after the game, give a little post-game reaction, all that fun stuff as well. For D, Raj, and Dre, throw your ones up, acknowledge us. We're out of here, y'all. Happy recap. Enjoy the rest of the game today. We'll see you tomorrow with more content. Have a good day, everybody. Peace.